My dog Ginger is still a pup, and I haven't done all the training that she needs. But she loves to go on adventures in the hills, so I always take her along. So, for those that aren't familiar with bedrock mortars, I owe you at least a brief explanation. Bedrock mortars are holes made by Native Americans in solid bedrock. Native American women would use a stone pestle to pound food material that was put in the mortars. In the foothills of the Sierra Nevada mountains, acorns were the most common food that was processed in these mortars. Instead of getting down on my hands and knees to clean off bedrock, I'm going to show you a simple new tool that will help out with this process quite a bit. Well, we're not far from the Stanislaus River right now with my dog Ginger, and as you can see, there's some bedrock mortars right on this big flat rock here. And what we're going to do is try out a new tool that I made. We'll see if it works to make it easier to clean off the area around the bedrock mortars so we can find additional ones. It's rained not too long ago, so my dog Ginger is sampling the water that's collected in the mortars. But anyhow, this tool is nothing more than a very stiff brush. Put it out here. Here's the brush end right here. Real stiff bristles, and then I've screwed onto it a piece of aluminum. And the idea is that you'll use the aluminum side for scraping, and then the brush for obviously also pushing the looser debris away from the rock surface to see if we can uncover some additional bedrock mortars. So we're going to see how this works. So here's the brushing action right here. I can see this is going to be trouble already. As soon as I start to brush the rock, the dog is going to go crazy and want to help me out with the brushing. And even though the ground is actually pretty wet, and this debris is soggy also, it's fairly loose. At least the top covering here is pretty loose, and so the brush works fairly well. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Much better than getting down on my hands and knees and trying to do this. And oftentimes you'll see one or two mortars, but there can be quite a few others that are hidden by leaves and dirt and other debris. So it has to, the area, if you want to really find out how many there are here, you need to clean off the area and see what you can find. Alright, I'm going to try the scraper portion. And here it's scraping along the rock. And again, the dog is all over my tool. So she wants to play with it, which makes using the tool just about impossible. So I'm going to have to do something with her. Move over here. Looks like the scraper works pretty well. Oh, the dog loves the scraper. And the idea of the scraper is that you can move some of the tougher material that's adhering to the rock better. Yeah, but I'm afraid this is just not going to work at all in any kind of constructive or meaningful way with the dog attacking the scraper at every turn. And what I do make this easy to carry out into the field is the pole that this is on is threaded, of course, and so I just unthread it from the head, use the pole as a walking stick, and put the brush head in my pack. and don't put it together until, you know, we're out of the site where the cleaning actually has to be done. All right, well anyhow, that's the idea. Well, there you go. Ginger's helping me out. She's cleaning the water out of that one bedrock mortar. Let me move over here. Oh, she did a pretty good job of getting the water out of there. Let's come over here. Yeah, there you can, her shadow is covering, oh, there you go. If you go on hikes in the foothills and are near a year-round water source and a relatively large flat area, and also a lot of exposed bedrock, keep your eyes open for bedrock mortars. Many people will walk right by bedrock mortars without seeing them and thus miss out on experiencing a link with a very important part of history.